Right now, there's a bill in Congress to help organize and tackle Puerto Rico's historically high debt. Do you think the federal government should step in or leave them on their own? Let's talk about the details. First, a little context. Puerto Rico became a U.S. territory in 1898 after the Spanish-American War. So, in case you were wondering, people born in Puerto Rico are U.S. citizens. As of last summer, Puerto Rico has over $72 billion in debt. Now, how did that happen? Well, they started issuing a ton of bonds to balance out their budget, and Puerto Rican bonds are exempt from federal, state, and local taxes in all 50 states. So they were hella popular. Also, US manufacturers used to get big tax breaks if they operated in Puerto Rico, but when those expired, those businesses were like, "Lates."
Peace out.
Now, as those companies closed up shop, Puerto Rico's economy sank. And here's the kicker. Even though Puerto Rico is a US territory, it cannot declare bankruptcy like US cities and counties can.
I declare bankruptcy!
Like, remember when Detroit did that back in 2013? Yeah, Puerto Rico doesn't get Chapter 9 protection. So, things kinda suck for Puerto Rico right now, which is why Representative Sean Duffy of Wisconsin thinks it's time to step in. His bill would create an oversight board that would carry out budgetary plans in the territory.
It offers Chapter 9 bankruptcy to the island of Puerto Rico, just like any other state, all right? But we also have a Financial Stability Council as well.
It would also create a process for Puerto Rico to restructure or renegotiate its debt. Duffy also proposed additional plans to help boost Puerto Rico's economy. There's support for this bill from both sides of the aisle, from folks who think that it's time to help our fellow Americans through this financial crisis. Now, let me reiterate that for a second. People from both parties agree on something. Shocking! They're like, guys, if we don't do something to help Puerto Rico right now, we could have a humanitarian crisis on our hands later.
If we cannot get a balanced, bipartisan bill to the president's desk, the consequences for Puerto Rico and the island's creditors are likely to be grave.
But there are some people who are not cool with this bill. Some Republicans have expressed concern that this is just a bailout by another name, while some Democrats worry that it infringes on Puerto Rico's autonomy to benefit investors. And there are Puerto Ricans who don't like the idea of an oversight board that would ultimately have control over Puerto Rico's budget. So what's it gonna be? Do you think the federal government should help organize and tackle Puerto Rico's debt? And if so, is this the best way to do it? Follow the link to head over to Countable and tell your representative how you want them to vote.